Hi, Denise. In this video, I'm going to go over the Ikehu Utility Solutions website. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. So I understand that this site is specifically targeted to Hawaii, and some of the things I mentioned in this video, you're going to hear in the other videos, but I did see some of the same areas of opportunity. Now, the first thing I noticed, assuming that this site it was built and targeted to a Hawaii audience, is that with your title tags, so I'm on your homepage here, for example, there's no mention of Hawaii here. And I think this is important because if this site came up in Google, you would want your title tag, this piece right here. This is example of the title tag, you would want that to include Hawaii or maybe one of the larger cities in Hawaii like Honolulu in the title tag to improve the overall click-through rate. And click-through rate, that can be very important for your SEO because it shows that web searchers prefer your search result over others. And if that trend continues over time, it's going to send positive SEO signals and it's going to help improve your overall ranking position for different relevant phrases. But other than kind of improving the click-through rate, having that in your title tag would help categorize that this website is targeting Hawaii. So it's going to rank this site, Google is going to rank this site for Hawaii related phrases like Hawaii submetering or Hawaii RUBS billing and so on. So I highly recommended that we go through each page and try to add local modifiers to these title tags and also to the headings. When I read through this page, maybe if I was a local, I would know that since it is an 808 number, that is a Hawaii area code. But it's not really until I scroll down to, where was it? Where you had the map down here. Yeah, Hawaii Utility Billing Services. That I really got the idea that, okay, Ikehu, you guys target the Hawaii, the state of Hawaii. So maybe, trying to incorporate Hawaii further up here in the page, again, would better categorize this website that is targeting Hawaii and can also really help with conversion rate since people who land on the site know that you're targeting Hawaii. Other than that, for on-page SEO, I did see the same issue with the missing alt text. So let's just make sure we go do all the images on the site, flush those alt tags out, and ensure that we're incorporating Hawaii in the target and most relevant keyword for that page. Other than that, for your technical, I did run a site speed check on the site. So overall, really good scores. As you can see here, you have straight A's, which is great. Your site, for the most part, meets my benchmarks as far as different metrics like first byte time to first byte, first contentful paint. One area of opportunity would be enabling a content delivery network on your site. So the most popular is Cloudflare, and just that would really help in regards to improving your website speed even more. But again, since you already have some pretty good scores and some good metrics here, wouldn't be at the top of my priority list. Now, moving on to your keywords, I took a look, similar to the other sites, I took a look at some of your ranking keywords. So when we're looking at keywords that specifically had Hawaii in them, so Hawaii, and actually I'll just filter it out here so you can see. Let's see, Hawaii. Take this position filter off. Yeah, so there are several terms here that are specific to Hawaii, and some of them may not be very relevant. So Hawaii Pay Portal, that's very general. But I would say for these that are relevant, let's definitely work to improve the organic visibility because the highest ranking that you have is at number 35, which is the middle of page 4. So no way someone clicks to 3 full pages to find you there. So let's put extra emphasis on these Hawaii related phrases because again, even though the search volume isn't as high as maybe some of the more general phrases and keywords, if someone is typing in Hawaii and they click through to your website, I would say that that particular phrase is more likely to convert because it's more specific to that person who is searching. So let's put some emphasis on this with your keyword strategy. Other than that, one thing I am concerned with, and maybe you can provide some insight on this. For several of these phrases, I also saw that the multifamily utility website was ranking well. So, for instance, if I do multifamily utility company Hawaii, most of these phrases or most of these URLs are from the main multifamilyutility.com website. And you can look at that and say, hey, okay, that's great. One of my brands that's ranking, but if we really want to position the Ekehu website as the Hawaiian branch, then let's really try to push Ekehu pages up further. And so one idea here is, I know you have the Hawaii State Directory page on the multifamily website, maybe redirecting that to the Ekehu site so that people are seeing content that's written specifically for them, residents and business owners in Hawaii. And while I'm here, so Ekehu, this kind of going into the local SEO, your reviews, again, this is an area of opportunity. Ideally, I would like to see these between 4.3 and 4.5 for your star rating. Right now, you're at 3. So you have to think, even if someone is familiar with your company, if they see this low rating, they may not be very quick to do business with you because most of the time they're going to be looking for reviews over 4. So I would say that 4.3 to 4.5 is a really good sweet spot. And then you just want to make sure that you come in here and you respond to your ranking or to your reviews. So even the good ones So I saw the last review was from about a year ago. Someone reviewed from your team, but make sure you go back in here and respond to the most recent 3. And I would say that this is something you should do for all of your Google My Business properties, just not Ekehu. Now, going to Ahrefs, I did see that for your organic keywords, so the total number of keywords where you're ranking in the top 100, the end of 2019 compared to more recently this month, I would say those number of keywords have been cut by 50%. So kind of the opposite from what I'm seeing with the multifamily website. There is a pretty sharp downtrend as far as the number of ranking organic keywords. Luckily, this hasn't led to a significant drop-off in traffic, but I do see that the traffic definitely hasn't been consistent so far this year. It seems like within the last week or so it picked up a bit, but I would say let's work on reversing this trend with your keywords. And that's really all I have to say with this part. The backlinks, this is another area of opportunity. So if you can identify maybe some of your top competitors when it comes to your organic visibility, we can do a backlink gap analysis similar to what we did for multifamily unit, that website. We can do a backlink gap analysis to see kind of where you should be as far as number of total referring domains and your domain rating. But as you can see here, it's very low, it's 1. So we definitely want to pick that up so that it's easier for this site to rank for target keywords. Other than that, just kind of looking through my notes. With the keyword strategy, since I look at this as more of a local SEO campaign, we definitely want to go after phrases with Hawaii in them, so adding that geo modifier. And a great place to do that, again, I already mentioned the title tags and whatnot, but let's also look into building out a blog article or blog articles for this site as well. Maybe I'm missing it, but I didn't see a blog for this website, so I think that would be a great way to target some of those long tail geo-modified keywords. And when I say geo-modified, just fancy way to saying you add Hawaii or Honolulu somewhere in the phrase. And then lastly, again, since this is a local campaign, I recommend building what are called city pages. So these would be pages that are geared towards specific cities within Hawaii. And typically what I do is target maybe the top 5 to 10 largest cities in the state. But sometimes, let's say, if that doesn't necessarily match up with the business goals, maybe you have a top 5 to 10 of best cities or towns for opportunity, but those aren't necessarily the largest cities. In that sense, we would make sure to target those cities and towns. But that would allow you, again, to really quickly improve your ranking for those specific towns and cities. And kind of what I mentioned about the geo-modified keywords in general, even though that the search volume may be very low, again, we're thinking about the conversion rate here. And if someone is in Honolulu and they come across your Honolulu targeted page, it has a great potential to convert that customer. Or that prospect. So just some things to think about there for this website, Denise. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day.